We're living in a world where, given everything that's going on the supply side, we're talking about geopolitics, we're talking about companies rewiring their supply chains, we're talking about what's happening in the labor market, that when you look at all this, if I was a central banker, I would be aiming at an actually long journey back to 2%. I wouldn't rush to get back to 2%, because in the back of my mind, I would believe, as I believe right now, that if I was to set an inflation target today, it would be higher than 2%. It would be closer to 3%. But of course, I can't change that because I've missed my target for so long. So in the back of my mind, I would not be in a rush to force it back to 2%. And that's really important. If that is my mindset, then I can live with these financial conditions. If my mindset is I need to get to 2% really quickly and that's the right inflation target, then I would be concerned about financial conditions.
Well, Mohamed, we also have to acknowledge why you said that all that time ago. The reason you said that is because you believed initially that in order to get back to 2% and over, say, 18 months, 2 years, we needed to crush the economy to do that. The lesson of last year was that maybe we don't, perhaps. What's the question now that you'd be asking with regards to that? Do you think we can achieve that inflation target without crushing the service side of the economy, given the disinflationary trends that have emerged over the previous 6 months?
So let me give you my probabilities. I think it's about 55% probability that we can get towards a stable inflation rate that's low enough. It won't be 2%, but that's low enough and that's stable enough that it anchors inflation expectations without crushing the economy. I'll give that a 55%. I'd give a 30% probability that either because of an external shock, and there's a lot going on in the world right now, or a domestic political change, or a policy mistake from the Fed of staying too tight for too long, 15% that will slip into a mild recession. 30% will slip into a mild recession. And 15% is that the productivity gains that will occur over a number of years happen much more quickly. And then we find out that we get to what some people call the no landing, that growth stays incredibly robust while inflation stays well behaved.